I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to her.
Yeah, she's cute, but she's with me. What's your name? Where are you from? And why are you here today?
John, I'm from Washington State.
And what is that on your face?
A mask.
100% winning bets.
I love it, man. I love it. Your friends are trying to save you from embarrassing yourself online. I just think it's cute that...
Hold on. They're not trying to save me
What's your
from winning, from embarrassing myself. They're trying to save myself.
What's the objective here? What is your stance?
Well, I have my positions on COVID and the vaccine, but what I'm doing with these interviews... What I'm doing with these interviews is, before I talk about my positions, get a sense of where people are at.
I got COVID, and I got the vaccine. I got COVID in October. It was mild, but I got the vaccine in February, and it was good. There's a tiny bit of impact, but it was good.
Messed up our Vegas trip.
Okay,
honestly.
Here's the deal. You know what a bell curve is?
Yes.
Boom, right? Okay.
God.
In a bell curve.
This isn't fair, is it?
No, fuck you.
Now he's trying to sound as smart as he can while drunk on the strip. It's
On a bell curve. People no, fuck my drunkenness.
Okay.
Bell curve, right? It doesn't fucking matter. Okay, if you have the legit people who are making decisions, then you follow that decision. Doesn't mean you're 100%. What it means is that the risk level is lower. Okay.
So you're saying your position in general?
Yeah. Did you know Christ was a Jew? Exactly. I think there's a lot of people who need to know that Christ was a Jew. Okay. Okay.
What city?
From Washington.
Washington State.
Okay. Washington State. Okay.
He works
So
in
here's
the
the deal.
health industry.
So here's the deal. Everything that we're dealing with as far as COVID is a risk-reward scenario.
And all the risks are relatively small, right?
If you take the vaccine, yes, they're low. That doesn't mean you're 100% okay. It just means that you're lowering your risk. Just like when you're out there driving a car, right? Like, I have a 16-year-old who just got his license. He's driving his car out there. There's a high risk and a medium reward associated with that, right? And I'm concerned about my 16-year-old son, right? There's that. But if I'm a 40-year-old person who's been driving for 20 years,
sure,
the risk reward is low, right? Well, the vaccine gives you a sense of that risk is lowering the risk, and the reward is that you're not likely to get it. It doesn't mean 100% you're not going to get it.
Sure.
But what it means is that you're lowering the risk. So let's ignore COVID for a moment. Right? Let's ignore COVID never happened.
Okay.
There's always a risk reward in real life. Right? Okay. Well, you're always making the decisions. You don't realize you're making those decisions. But you're doing that on a regular basis. Right. And if FDA approves it, right? FDA approves it. Hold on. And it's a temporary approval for that. Well, you know what? You're reducing the risk, right? And on top of that, there's this implicit idea of your kids are taking the vaccines already.
Let him talk. I'm curious.
No, he's asking
because
me.
I think the narrative. I think he's paid.
Our kids are taking the vaccines already, right? I have a 16-year-old, right, who's taking the vaccine already, right? He's taking some vaccines already.
Can we go?
No. He's taking.
Just one question to wrap. No, this is really. I really appreciate you sharing your perspective. Sure.
Is that all right?
Sure. Yeah. No, that's fine.
Sure.
Like, as long as you're talking about risk and reward and trusting the FDA, don't you think that we need to look at like who's actually the ones who are dying from this? And no offense, sir, but for a lot of people, it's people who are overweight, and that with that choice that you've made, there's a certain extra risk that goes with that, right? I mean, I'm glad you can be happy about it. That's awesome.
Who funds
but
you? Are you making money off
No,
this?
this doesn't
No,
matter.
no, no. They are.
Just independently through Patreon.
Exactly.
This is my followers.
He's
This
right.
is-
They're making money financially on funding from an independent.
It doesn't
company.
matter what is the
Really, that's what
his
it's
question.
about.
No, it's my viewers.
It's a
Patreon. You know how Patreon works?
No, exactly what it is.
So,
But it's a narrative.
here's
you're
the- here's the
pushing,
deal.
and you're probably being financed for that. Correct.
Okay, good.
You're
Not
not,
much.
making any money off this.
It doesn't
You're not
matter.
making any
It
money
doesn't
off this?
matter.
Like a few $100 a month.
So you're making money off a narrative.
Yeah.
Correct.
It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't
Are you
matter.
making money off a narrative?
No, it doesn't matter.
You
For
can try it.
creating media that has a narrative, sure, yeah.
You're pushing a narrative and you're making financial gains based on it. Correct. It's not.
Like, yeah, I mean, if you want to put it that way, I wouldn't argue with those words.
Pushing a narrative based on money who's a private money that's making. They're paying you to push a narrative.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, like my 20 fans who give me $10 a month on Patreon. But, okay.
I will leave it alone. Do you truly believe
And
this?
George Soros.
No.
George Soros is funding the show.
No, that's a narrative as well.
And the Russians.
Do you truly believe? Do you truly believe what you're pushing, or are you just making money off it? Literally.
Everything that I say, I mean, I tell a lot of dumb jokes, but like I believe my message.
Do you
Yes.
truly believe what you're doing, or are you just doing it because you're making money?
No, I believe what I'm doing. I'm not because I'm not making significant money doing it. I'm actually banned on YouTube. I've been demonetized. I've been
Which is
censored.
fine.
So
That's
like,
fine. If that's truly what you're doing, and you're making money, but you're truly doing it because you believe it, not
Yeah,
because you're
absolutely.
getting paid,
right.
which I debate, but I'm good with that. More power to you.
All right.
Right? It's a narrative. You're pushing a narrative to scare people. Is really what it is. And
Why do you think I'm trying to scare people?
you are. You totally are.
What do I want people to be afraid of?
You think that the system is against them and that they're trying to get you to do this so they can do something else. You know it as well as I do, but you're making money off it. So really that's what it boils down to.
Well, actually, I'm trying to get people to not be scared of the virus. I mean, that's the biggest thing is that government has got us scared of the
If your mom
virus,
dies tomorrow
like we were
of
scared of
COVID,
terrorism.
Are you scared of it?
I
If
wouldn't.
your mom
I wouldn't.
dies tomorrow, are you scared of it?
It's a little weird to bring my mom into this.
I'm
but-
asking you a question.
No,
you
I wouldn't.
answer.
That wouldn't make me scared of the virus. No,
Really?
but
so you'd be okay with it?
but like, I didn't say I'd be okay with it.
Well, you just said you're. When
I didn't say I'd be okay with my mom dying. That's it's a weird debate technique you're pursuing here.
Yes, you know what it is. Is you're making money off it. It is what it
It's
is.
the BS part.
It's a narrative. You're pushing a narrative to.
People shouldn't trust government. Yeah.
Of course. Right.
You think people should trust government?
Should you trust science?
Absolutely. But so I was.
So if science tells you should do something, are you COVID vaccinated?
Science doesn't tell you to do
I'm
things.
asking you a question.
Sci-
Are you COVID vaccinated?
I am not.
Why? Do you believe the science?
I don't trust government.
No, I'm asking you a question. Do you believe science?
Yes.
So why would you not get COVID? The vaccination.
Because I don't believe the people who are
So you're
telling us.
you don't believe the science.
No, I don't believe the government that's delivering
Telling
it.
me you don't believe the science.
You're putting words in my mouth now.
Fine. Right, because I'm calling your BS. You're making.
You could say something more interesting than just like these kind of bullshit debate tactics and talking about my mom dying.
You don't believe science, but you're not willing to. Are you vaccinated?
I just told you I'm not.
I'm asking. You're not vaccinated. Granted, you're not drunk. I am, but that's not the point. So you believe in science, but you're not vaccinated. So
I also believe in diet and exercise. Do you?
why?
Do you believe in diet and exercise? You believe that that's good for a healthy immune system and being likely to survive COVID?
That's a good spin. But do you believe what the scientists say about vaccinations?
Did you? Yeah. Did you? Okay. I believe that 97% of scientists agree with the people who are funding them, and government-funded scientists.
3% than scientists. So you're telling me you're smarter than the 3%? True?
So this is like when you don't have an argument and you
answer
just
my
go
question.
science over and over again.
Answer
So
my
like
question.
I was afraid that
Yeah, you're scared.
here in Vegas, the question you've asked 5 times, yes, I believe in science. So I thought that like
why
the
would you-
memes we
why
saw
would
of
you get
people doing this kind of like emotional science kind of like weird emotional bullying like didn't exist in real life. But here we have an example of one.
Because he says he believes in science, but he is not willing to get the vaccine.
Well, intellectually, obviously, it's kind of.
Intellectually, where
There's debate why when you interrupt over and over and you repeat questions.
So you like the vaccine unless you don't, is what you're telling me. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you like the vaccine except for unless it doesn't agree with your beliefs, then the science isn't good? Is that what you're telling me?
Do you think?
I'm asking you.
Right. But I have the microphone. I'm doing the interview.
Fine.
Do you?
All right, we're done. If you're not going to answer questions, that's fine. Let's go.
So why did you get the vaccine?
Because I believe the scientists, like you do, except for the 3%.
And scientists historically have never been wrong about anything, like eugenics or thalidomide or any of the other drugs that the FDA has recalled. I was in the Marine Corps. I'm so vaccinated I glow in the dark. Yeah, I got it.
You got it. So you believe the science.
No, I was taking orders.
So you think
Then I made the mistake of trusting government, and I've actually followed government to Iraq, you know. I don't believe in following orders blindly, no.
No, I'm asking you if you believe in the science for smallpox.
Yes, I believe in the science for smallpox.
So you should be good, right? So you believe in the scientists. Why would you doubt them because it doesn't achieve the narrative you want?
So I could actually deconstruct your false logic and say why this doesn't actually apply, but I could just turn it around on you and be funnier if I said, look, science says diet and exercise will lead you to be healthier, but obviously you don't believe in it. Well, then why don't you get in shape so that you're not like as likely to get sick and be a spreader?
That I'm fat, so you're basically making fun of me because I'm fat.
I'm being honest about your health. Like, can we be honest about? Can you answer questions?
You're making fun. You're making fun of me. That's fine. Okay, I hope you make a lot of money off this. But people die from this. It is.
You mean obesity? Yeah, it is one of the leading.
COVID as well because they blew it off. You look on Twitter, you see it all the time.
Everything on Twitter is true. You heard it from Mr. Science here.
I hope you make a bunch of money. I mean, I hope you make a bunch of money. Honestly, I'm more power to you. More power to you, right? Let's go. Let's go. You're good. You can watch the videos. And vaccinated.
Thanks for your time, sir. Appreciate it.
Good luck to you.
You guys want to be next?
We will meet that challenge with courage and love, and as always, we the people will prevail.
Hey, what's up? Follow, you got more? We're still rolling, right?
He's gone down. Sound bites would be really good, but he's gone downhill.
I'm glad you're still smiling.